Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. And what is this video about? Well, I'd like to talk about envelopes and envelope followers. Do you know what they are? Have you heard of them? Have you? Have you really? Maybe you have. Maybe you haven't. Either way, I'm going to talk about them and do some stuff. Let's start with what are they? Well, basically what they are is it's a thing that listens to an incoming audio signal and then converts that to another signal, which it then can be used to control other things. And those other things can be anything. It can be a great source for modulation in sound design because it listens to the amplitude and the transients and the sort of rhythmic content of audio and then uses that to tweak something else. Very much like an LFO. You know the LFO, we all know that, you know, you assign it to something, you map it to something, but it's actually not like that. And it's not like an envelope that you have in a synthesizer because the envelope in a synthesizer needs to be triggered by something, whether that's a MIDI note or perhaps a gate trigger in your eurorack or whatever. No, we are going to use one that listens to audio. So delete that, don't want that. I've made this little drum beat here. And so a good place to start would be to actually look at the auto filter, which has an envelope built in. In fact, lots of Ableton's audio effects have envelopes built in. Let's have a look at some of them. So this auto filter here, you know, basically you tweak it down like that. Lovely stuff. And you can also use the LFO to wibble wobble that around. Okay, but you can also use the envelope, and the envelope is going to listen to the amplitude of this signal, which is basically this sort of drum machine is all coming down into one stereo signal, and the envelope is going to listen to that. And what it's going to do is it's going to flick the filter frequency according to dynamics and amplitude in the incoming signal. So we can actually sort of look at that there. So if I put you can sort of see that's the signal that's coming in, and this envelope is going to listen to that and turn that into a control signal. So I'm going to put the release down and the attack down and dial up the envelope. There we go. So you can hear how the incoming sound is like louder in amplitude or sharper in transient or whatever. It actually kind of flicks the filter much higher, and when it's quieter, it doesn't flick it so much, and that's determined by how much envelope we apply. And we can go the opposite direction. So it's kind of opening the filter now rather than decreasing it. And the attack and release time is sort of like a little bit of smoothing because audio signals obviously happen very fast. They can go from very loud to very quiet very quickly. So what the attack and release does is just kind of smooth that out a little bit. So you can hear how that sort of, the attack, the rise is slightly slower, softer. And then when it's all the way down, it's very, very fast. And with the release, it's really kind of slide up and slide down, or and you can hear how when you crank it up, it's responding very, very, very fast. It's making these squishy sounds. Okay, so there you go. That's it on the auto filter. It also works on the flanger, flanger. Where's it? The phaser flanger. That's got an envelope built in as well. You've got to ping it open here, and it's down here. So let's have a listen to the phaser do its thing. Let's put the LFO off. Dial in a bit of... Now, the envelope follower is on. Let's turn that up. So it's kind of reacting very rhythmically to the incoming audio, which can add rhythmic modulation to stuff. What else is there? I think there's like there's one in the shifter as well. Let's have a look at the shifter. Where's that then? Oh, there it is there. So let's Oh my gosh. Yeah. Shifter's brilliant, isn't it? I love Shifter, but and no time for that now. That's another video. So we've had a look at. I think there's another one somewhere. Where else is there? I can't remember. Anyway, we've had a look at devices that it's built into. But what I really want to look at is the actual envelope follower Max for Live device, which is down here, which allows you to map the envelope to other things in the live set. That it might be a little bit weird, and also it's got this really nice scope here to show us what's actually happening. So you can actually see we've got this kind of absolute value of the audio coming in. The grey line at the back is the actual audio, and the yellow line at the front is the control signal that we can map to something else. So we've got some gain here. We can turn that up, increase the signal, or indeed make it even quieter, but we're not affecting the audio, just the received, the signal that it's listening out for. And we can apply some rise. This is kind of like attack and release on some of the other things we looked at. So you can see we can smooth out, get these really, really nice envelope shapes. And then we can map it to stuff. So we could say map it to an effect that doesn't have a built-in envelope, maybe like Redux. Let's map it to the rate in Redux. Well, that sounds awful. I'm going to have to do something about that. Let's increase the gain. So you can hear on the louder parts, like the kick and the snare, it's very high. And on the quieter parts, like the hi-hat, it comes back down because the hi-hat's quieter. It's kind of fun. All right, let's bin that off. Let's try something else. What about the reverb time on a hybrid reverb? Let's map that to let's map it to the size. Yeah. Go. Whoa, my goodness me. Right, let's go the opposite direction. Look at that. Hang on, let's put it to only to algorithm. Oh my goodness me. Sorry, I was getting a little bit lost there. Can't really begin to think what that sounded like. What was going on in my imagination? Someone wading through a big, I don't know, kind of river of reverb. Quick beer break. Now, because this is responding to the audio, if we process the audio before it hits the envelope follower, it's going to make a difference on the signal that it's going to spit out because it's listening to the audio. So if we like really bit crush that, let's get rid of this for a second. I'm done with that reverb. I can't really tell if that. Yeah, look at that. It totally changes the shape because the shape of the audio is drastically different. So we can get these actually like these really good spikes. What could I put that on? Let's just put corpus in. Okay. So you can hear how that's just the audio. And then as we crush it down, we can get these juicy little spikes out. I mean, really, we're just kind of, it's kind of not that much different from like gating the audio, really. But anyway, let's try it with something, not an audio effect. What if we could actually use that to control something in an instrument that the instrument can't necessarily achieve because the instrument's working in a certain way, if that makes sense. So let's get Simpler in, and I'm going to put a sample into Simpler, and I'm going to use that envelope to scroll around the sample according to what this drum kit does, what this drum loop's doing. So let's go to Simpler. Let's go to my samples folder, and let's go to my favorite collection of torrented female vocal sample pack stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember this lady? She's probably been in more videos than any sample I've ever used. Okay, that's good. Right, so I'm going to need a keyboard. Turn on the keyboard. Actually, no, I don't need a keyboard. I'll just put a note in. So let's make a clip here. Let's make a C3. Let's maybe make it all a bit longer. Okay, I'm going to put this to classic. And let's just stop that clip for a second and just listen. Very nice. Right, let's set this voice to 1. And let's turn the loop on, let's turn the snap off, and let's pull the length all the way down. Right. So I'm going to maybe just move that start position forward a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Let's put something like the start position there and the loop length there. Okay. Turn up the fade. Okay. Now I'm going to map the envelope follower to the start position, and it's going to move around the sample according to the drum beat. Let's have a listen. Yeah. Okay, we need to address something here. Let's reset all these. Goodness me. Okay, this is going to get a little bit difficult to manage because the devices are on 2 different tracks, so we're going to have to sort of bounce between the 2 tracks in order to scale this out. So let's just sort of do it by eye first. Just apply a little bit of rise and fall just to smooth it out a little. Beautiful. Okay, in order to get like a good clean, like loop, we need to sort of try and maybe not do it too close together, but not do it too wide so it sounds loopy. We kind of just want to find a nice cloud. Quite good. So you can hear how the rhythm of that it's almost like someone's like singing along to the drums, but they're not. It's magic. It's the magic of DAW. So you can take like a pretty sort of nondescript sample of pretty much anything and turn it into something very rhythmic and musical by maybe adding or assigning an envelope follower to it, which is being triggered by a drum. You can smooth it out down here. Increase the gain to cover more distance. And there's some delay here, which I think is just sort of delays the signal before it actually starts enveloping. I'm not interested in that, to be honest. So we can also map to multiple other destinations. You can go up to 8 destinations for each one of these different types of devices. Let's go to, let's maybe just map. I'll get in the auto filter again. And just map another one to the filter. Yeah. And that can have different ranges of itself as well, so we can go the opposite. And if we go to like a different note, let's go like down a fifth. Actually, let's make a chord. Do like a weird chord. Oh, hang on, I need to increase the voices. Let's put the voices to 3. Wow. That sounds weird. I'm going to bin off the filter. Yeah, that is weird. Okay, let's try something else. I'm going to put that down there. What's on here? Okay, let's do something with like an instrument. Let's get an instrument in. Let's get operate. Let's get drift. Let's put drift in here, and I'm going to put just like one note in here like that, and trigger that off. I don't know drift very well, but I'm only just going to do something quite basic. Just a quick beer break. All right, so we've got drift. We've got drift going. Let's get now the arpeggiator and set this to 16th notes. Now let's get scale in. Let's get something like Dorian mode, whatever. And then let's get the pitch. And let's assign the envelope to the pitch, and then the notes will go up and down the scale according to the amplitude envelope thing, whatever. No, not that one. Let's go back to here. Right, map, and let's map that to the pitch. Okay, we need to do some stuff here. So let's set this to 50%. Can you hear that? So when it's louder on the kick and the snare, it goes higher, and when it's the hi-hats, it's lower. Well, actually, just the kick, really. And we can kind of move that around with the gain. Go away. Right. Yeah, madness. What a fun way to come up with like music. Just from a drum beat with an envelope follower. I wouldn't have thought to come out with that, you know. This is why people get into modular synthesis, because you can do stuff like this. And, you know, thinking that, oh, I can't do it in the computer. You can, though. You can. You've wasted all that money. Not really. I wasted all that money, too. It's not a waste. I didn't waste any money. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm having an argument with myself. Hang on. Okay. All right, let's keep going. This is fun. I like where this is going. So let's get the random in. Put the random before the arpeggiator, and then we'll just randomize a note. More chance. Let's invert the signal. Let's set the maximum to 100 and the minimum to 50. It has to be 50 because the pitch has a center, which is probably 0. Then it goes plus 127 and minus 127. So let's. All right. That's interesting. Huh, what have I I done? Not a huge amount of movement there. That kind of didn't really work. Let's put it back to what it was. What was it? I can't remember. This was 50. This was 100. Nice. Yeah, fun. Why don't we do something stupid? Let's map it to the tempo. Let's see what it does to the tempo. Nothing. That didn't really work as expected. I thought maybe I could kind of apply an envelope to the tempo of the song. Maybe it's a bug. Who knows? Anyway, let's forget about it. Oh, now the tempo's 20. Let's bring in the spectral time. So the spectral time kind of has an envelope built in, but it's more like a trigger. This is sort of listening for, well, it says here onsets, which I'm guessing is like a transient. Let's see what it says. This switch is the freezing triggering between onsets. Onsets will freeze the audio after a transient is detected. Yeah. So envelope followers and transient detectors are quite similar. And indeed on the drum bus, there is also the transient thing, which I'm imagining works in the same way. Transient detection, a little bit more tricky. I've tried to do it in MaxMSP. It's quite hard. Envelope following, a little bit easier. Anyway, so we could maybe apply it to that sensitivity thing. Let's just do it anyway, even if it sounds shit. Who cares? It's just a video. It's just a YouTube video. See what it's doing. Okay, we're going to have to play with these. Yeah, that's fun. Bit higher there. What was that? 39, 40. Oh, I've crapped it out. Doesn't like low. There we go. What's going on now? Okay, spectral time wasn't quite successful. It doesn't matter, because this is an experimental music YouTube channel. You just got to try, haven't you? And if it sounds bad, get rid of it, move on. Or celebrate. Celebrate. It doesn't have to be all about successes. It could be about failures. Celebrate the failure. Philosophical shower moment. About the vocoder. Actually, let's put the vocoder on the drums and set the external to be the drift. Okay. What could we do with this? Some of this stuff here can't be mapped. Let's try the formant. Well, we've lost a little bit of our body. Go for lower bands. Not very good with the vocoder. That's a little bit more exciting. It's got a wah-wah quality about it, but... Okay, so back to what I was saying earlier about if you process the audio before it goes into the envelope, then that's going to get processed and picked up by the envelope follow. So if we put like a beat repeat in, you get this stuff, which kind of makes everything else go the same. I mean, whilst this may not sound particularly great, these are good visual representations of what's actually happening. Let's maybe go down an octave with this, maybe that one. Strange. Okay. Bring that vocal back in. Oh, wait a minute. I unmapped it. Did I unmap it? It appears to have been unmapped. Let's map it again. It'll sound awful, but who cares? Whatever. Map it there. Okay, this is easily some of my best work. Let's now actually vocode this with the same drift thing. External drift. Madness. Okay, I think I've made enough awful music for one day. Let's wrap it up there. So, there you go, my friends. Get the envelope follow into your life and map stuff to other stuff and make things go pew, 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 pew. And then what you do after that, I don't know. But I hope you have a very nice time. Okay, I'm going to go and put this on my Patreon now. You know how that works, I'm sure, by now. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.